Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday of Games Week. We're here with Miss Laura. Very excited for what she has planned today. If you have any questions today, you're welcome to type it into the chat box, or you can use the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. Our Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, just as a reminder, are still in webinar style like this, so we can't see your faces. But the rest of the camps that we're offering during the week are interactive. So for these webinar style camps, just type your questions into the chat box and I will pop in and answer them as Miss Laura's assistant. And I think with that, take it away.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. We've had amazing weather this summer, right? Except for those super duper hot days, but there's been so many nice days to play outside. We haven't been rained out. So today, I'm kind of breaking the rules a little bit, because I don't really have a game for us, so we are going to play a game. I'm instead going to read a story, and we're going to talk a little bit about how sometimes we play games with and for ourselves to help ourselves. We're going to read Brave Horace by Holly Keller. And Horace plays a little game with himself because he's scared about something. And the game that he plays works for him. It helps him. So we're going to kind of play with that for a little bit. So remember, I think I've seen everybody before, but let's just make sure. However you make, whatever you make is just right. And when we do our movement, however you do it is just right. I'm going to offer you some things. We have lots of kids of lots of ages. I think this morning we have our youngest age is 3, and I think our oldest age today is 8. So I'm going to give you some options and choose the option that works for you. If it feels frustrating, that's okay. Try it again. If it still feels frustrating, that's okay. You can let that go and work on something else and try it again later, or just let it go. You know, some things don't work for every kid, and that's okay. So what we're going to need today, let's get our space ready. You're going to need some space to work. We'll read our story first, and after our story, we'll do our craft. For our craft, you're going to need paper. Some people, especially older kids, you might choose to use cardboard so you can get a little bit more sturdy. But colored paper is going to work pretty good. Now, if you're older and you have like a huge craft supply or something and you want to do this project today with felt, you can totally do that. It'll work. You'll want to stabilize it a little bit with some cardboard. So you'd want felt, cardboard, and tacky glue rather than Elmer's glue. You might also choose to use some fabric markers. They're marked as fabric markers. I'm going to be showing you with paper though. It's easier, more accessible, more people have their paper already ready. So you'll want paper, colored paper or white paper, maybe some cardboard for older kids. You'll want some markers or crayons or colored pencils. I have my little tray here. I show you every week. It's actually Nathan's tray, my big boy. You'll also want some glue or glue stick. And some scissors. Remember to hold your scissors safely. Now, we're going to make masks. So you may want, if you have some popsicle sticks, or you may want some string. Or if you have old sunglasses and your family says it's okay to use them for your craft, you can make your mask on sunglasses and glue it on. So let's make the mask first, and then you can ask your family to help you glue it on, because I think you'll need to use hot glue or super glue or something like that. So we're not going to attach the mask to the glasses right now. A grown-up can help you do that, okay? So I'm going to be showing you the easiest way, which is I'm just going to hold my mask up to my face with my hands. I don't even think I'm going to put popsicle sticks on it. So I've got my mask started. I'm just going to hold it up and put it down like that. All right. So let's make sure we have all of our supplies. Now remember, when I'm reading the story, I always say that sometimes it's hard to sit and listen to a story, especially when we're online like this, right? So if you feel like you get wigglies, you might want to get a Softie or a piece of paper and markers or crayons or something, and you can color while you listen. You could color the characters of the story, or you could just color and make designs, or you could sit and snuggle with a Softie. So let's give just a couple seconds. Sometimes I count back from 15, but I think we'll go a little quicker today. I'm going to give just a couple seconds for you to grab those things: paper, markers, crayons, color pencils, scissors, glue stick. And then there are some optional things: fabric, popsicle sticks, or felt really, popsicle sticks, string, or those sunglasses, okay? And then if you want to grab a Softie or stuffy or stuffed animal, puppet, whatever you call it, to snuggle while I read the story, that's okay too. So I'll give just a couple seconds, and then we'll read our story and move on to our craft. After our craft, we're going to play our game. See how it goes. I have quite a collection of things that I've made this summer in summer camp over here. If you want to take pictures of any of yours and send them to Miss Natalie, she'll show them to me. Or if you want to share any of them with us, you can drop them off at the community house and we'll put them up in the windows for other people to see. This is a mask that Nathan made this morning. It's a little scary though. Oh, Miss Natalie just put the email address, her email address in the chat if you want to see it. Nathan made this one this morning. He's got an eye, and his other eye got, I don't know, something happened and there's a scary mouth. Yeah. He decided to go scary, but he always does. He loves scary things. Okay, everybody ready? Let's read our story about brave Horace. Our title is Brave Horace, and the author is Holly Keller. They don't tell us anything about an illustrator, so I wonder if Holly Keller is also the illustrator. What do you think? An illustrator is a person who draws the pictures, right? Here's our back cover, our front cover, and our title page. Somebody gave this to Nathan and they wrote a little note in there to him. Okay. The author dedicated this book to her brother. It says, "For my brother." Quirky. When Horace got the invitation to George's monster movie party, he made Mama read it 3 times. There will be popcorn, cupcakes, and a spooky funhouse, Mama said. See Mama and Horace reading the invitation. Hi, Lexi and Isaiah. I have my chat open. I'm not very good at tracking it though, but Miss Natalie is. "I don't think leopards eat popcorn," said Horace. "Of course they do," Mama answered. "And I'm sure they eat cupcakes. You'll have a lot of fun." "And I won't be scared," Horace said. "Of course not," said Mama. At dinner time, Horace hardly ate a thing. "What's wrong?" Papa asked. "Nothing," Horace said, and he went straight to bed. In the morning, Horace didn't want to go to school unless he could wear his dinosaur costume. "Just this once," said Mama. "Have you ever worn a costume to school?" "Sometimes." "Have you ever worn a costume to dance class?" I have lots of kids wear costumes to dance class. Horace plodded around the classroom and made strange noises all morning. He hid inside one of the stalls in the bathroom and roared so loudly that the other children were afraid. Mrs. Pepper tried to be patient. You think Mrs. Pepper is his teacher? She looks like she's trying to be patient, doesn't she? The next day, Horace announced that he was an invader from outer space. Whoa, look at his costume. You see him there? What could be wrong with Horace, Mama asked. Mama asked Mrs. Pepper when she picked him up after school. Mrs. Pepper shook her head. There's Horace. He's being silly doing funny things, isn't he? At bedtime, when Papa went to kiss Horace goodnight, Horace was wearing his fake fangs from Halloween. I'm a vampire, he said, and vampires don't kiss. What is going on with Horace? Papa asked Mama when Horace was finally asleep. I don't know, Mama said. I hope it's just a phase. You know what a phase is? It's like a period of time where we do things, like sometimes silly things, sometimes funny things, sometimes all kinds of things. Like if you have a phase where you only want to eat toast for breakfast. How much longer until the party? Horace asked the next morning. 2 more days, said Mama. The party is on Sunday. Good, Horace said, and I won't be scared. Of course not, Mama said again. There's nothing to be scared of. Papa looked up from his newspaper. At the moment, Horace, the scariest thing around here is you. Horace is roaring and wearing vampire teeth and being an alien invader. On Sunday, Horace started getting ready for the party right after lunch. He rubbed Vaseline into his hair and made spikes all over his head. Then he sneaked up behind Mama and growled as loudly as he could. Horace, Mama shouted, and she dropped her knitting. Is it time to go yet? Horace asked. Yes, Mama said. Yes, Horace, Mama said. It's time to go. When Horace and Mama got to George's house, George's older brother Marvin opened the door. It's not going to be a very good party, Marvin said. Louis and Regina hate monsters, so we can't have a really scary movie. And Mama made us all take the rubber snakes and spiders out of the fun house. You mean there isn't going to be anything scary at the party? Horace asked. No, Marvin said, and he made a face. Horace grinned. He smoothed down his spikes, kissed Mama goodbye, and went bounding into George's house. The movie was good, and Horace ate a lot of popcorn. He liked the mirrors in the funhouse too. Look, he said to Selena, I'm 6 feet tall. Look at me, Selena answered. I'm a squiggle. Then, all of a sudden, just before they were going to eat candy and cupcakes, Marvin turned off the lights. I can't see anything, said Louis. Me either, cried Regina. Stop it, Marvin, George yelled. You're spoiling the party. Marvin was wearing a mask with big green eyes that glowed in the dark. He jumped up on a chair and hissed like a snake. Anybody who wants to eat has to touch what's in this box, he said. What is it? Louis asked. Monster brains and livers, Marvin said in a scratchy whisper. Oh my. I think Marvin really likes scary things too, huh? Oh, wow, look at that. But I thought there wasn't going to be anything scary, Horace said. Marvin laughed. Horace had goosebumps all over. He didn't like being in the dark. He tried to imagine what the monster looked like before his brains and liver got put into a box. Do you think this is what he imagined the monster looked like? Horace tried to find the door. He slid backwards slowly along the wall until he crashed into Fred, who was trying to find the door too. Fred screamed, and then Horace screamed. What a bunch of scaredy cats, Marvin shouted. Come on, Fred, you go first. I don't want to, Fred said. You have to, Marvin said. No, I don't, said Fred, and Horace could tell that Fred was about to cry. Horace didn't want to go near the box either, but he wanted to help Fred. He wished he had vampire fangs. Scaredy cat, Marvin sang, and suddenly Horace was mad. Marvin's not being very nice, is he? I'll go first, Horace said. He stuck his hand into the box. See him over there? And George turned the lights back on. Horace looked in the box. It was filled with green jello. The monster, he said, and everybody laughed. Horace and Fred each took 2 chocolate cupcakes and a bag of candy. You were brave, Fred said, and Horace was happy. Did you have a good time at the party, Mama asked Horace when she came to pick him up. Yes, Horace said, and I wasn't scared. Of course not, said Mama, and Horace did 3 cartwheels in a row. Horace was brave, wasn't he? But why do you think he was dressing up like a dinosaur and an alien space invader? And what else did he dress up as? Oh, a vampire. And then when he went to the party, he wore his hair all spiky, right? Why do you think he did those things? You don't have to try to type it, just think about it. Do you think he did those things because he was feeling worried about being scared at the party? Yeah, so he kind of played a game, right? To help him feel better about feeling worried about the party because he didn't want to feel scared there from the scary things, right? And I think we all feel like that sometimes. Like sometimes maybe we're going to a scary party, like a Halloween party, but also sometimes when we try new things, or maybe we've been in our houses for a long time and our family says, it's okay, let's try going to this place today. That might feel a little scary. Or might feel a little scary to go be around a lot of people again, or it might feel scary to not be around people. All these things can make us feel a little scary. And sometimes we do funny things to help us feel better about feeling scary, right? So Horace wore costumes. We are going to make some masks, not necessarily to help us feel better about feeling scary, but our masks, our job or our goal with our masks is to have them tell a feeling. So it's not a feeling you want to feel or not a feeling that you don't want to feel necessary, just a feeling, all right? So it's a little bit different than Horace's, unless you want to do it like Horace, that's up to you. So you can make your mask however you like, but our goal or our job is to make it show a feeling. Usually I make one first and show you, but I didn't really want to do that today because I want your ideas to be your ideas. I think the easiest way to start, though, is to take a piece of paper and cut a big oval. I think that's the easiest way to start. And then from there, I'll start giving you some options, okay? So let's choose a color paper, whatever color paper you like, or if you're using fabric, choose your fabric. Make sure it's big enough to make a circle about as big as your face if you're choosing fabric. So choose your color paper, or if you have white paper and you want to make it a color, you can use a crayon or a marker over the whole thing, right? And then cut out your oval. You know, if you've done these with me before, I really like to do folds so I can get things nice and symmetrical. Remember, if you want to make 2 of the same thing or make something that has 2 halves the same, you make a fold. For your mask though, we're gonna try to keep our paper flat because otherwise you'll have a fold like right down the middle of the mask, unless you want that. Some people might want that. So, you know, just do your best. You can draw it first and then cut it, or just cut it. I'm gonna close my blinds so Clarky doesn't bark. Nathan and his babysitter are playing water squirters, and I think Clarky is feeling excited about that. He wants to go play too, but he sounds mean. All right, so if you have your oval, there's two ways to go about the next step. Either decide what feeling you want your mask to show, or decide what feels most important for you to put on your mask, and maybe that will help you figure out the feeling. So what I mean by that is, I wasn't really sure this morning what feeling I wanted to do, but I knew somehow that I wanted to make purple hair. So I think my feeling on my mask is going to be silly, maybe silly and happy. So let's see how I do. All right. So let's do, let's think about the different things. Hold on, Clarky. Let's think about the different things we want to put on our mask. We want to put maybe hair or a hat. We want to put eyes. You could make eye holes. I'll show you how to do that. Or you can just draw your eyes on. That's what I'm going to do. You can think about if you want your mask to have a nose or a mouth. A mouth is one of the easiest ways to show a feeling, right? Other things you might want to have on your mask is all kinds of decorations. You could put jewelry. You could do makeup in colors all over. However you want to do it. Clark. No. Sorry about that. He might keep barking because they're all wild and crazy out there. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm going to start with hair. And I already know that I want to have wild and crazy hair. So I made all these strips. I want fun hair is really what I want to say. And if you wrap the strips in like a circle around here, they'll get kind of curvy instead of staying straight. So I wrapped it around, and there it is curly. You see that? So think about what you want to put on your mask for hair or a hat. Let's start there. I'm going to keep curling my strips. If you know how to type, or there's someone there who can type for you, and you want to tell me what feelings you're showing on your mask, you can type it into the chat so I can see. If you don't want to, that's okay too. Making all my hairs. Oh, thank you for noticing my nails. I think that's from Miss Natalie. All right. I think that we're going to take different amounts of time on different parts of our mask, and that's okay. So if you don't want to do hat and hair, or maybe you're done already, maybe you colored your hair on and you're done, you can move on to other things, some of those other things we talked about. So remember, so to show different feelings, I see that it looks like Katrina and Sophia, maybe Katrina is doing silly, or maybe Sophia's doing silly. Some of the things that help us show those different feelings are the colors that we use, right? If I was feeling mad, yellow to me is not a very mad color. Yellow is my happy color. So I probably wouldn't use yellow if I was wanting to do a mad feeling, right? But if I'm going to do silly, I'm going to do lots of really fun colors and fun shapes, right? So we can use colors to show, we can use words to show, you know, we could write words on our masks, maybe in little word bubbles. That would be funny. We can use the mouth and the eyes to show expressions. We can use decorations to show different feelings. Oh, and the expressions show feelings, right? I didn't say that part. All right, so look at, I've got all my hair here. I'm gonna try to gather them up. See how I can attach them. Look at that, that is some hair. Some fun hair. All right, so I'm going to tie all my strips together. With a strip. So I'm just, in my messy hair, I don't know if anybody else is doing this, but I'm just going to use one of my strips to wrap it around all of the others. It's a little bit complicated. I'll try to hold them all together. Oh, Katrina and Sophia are doing multicolored hair. I love it. Are you using paper, girls, or are you coloring your hair? Coloring on your mask? All right. All right, so I've got my hair kind of stuck together and I'm just going to glue it on. A little spot on my glue stick and glue it on. Uh-oh, might not be sticking very well. Let's see what happens here. I might have gotten too ambitious with my hair. If you are done with hair or a hat or something like that, and you're moving on to other parts, maybe a nose, a mouth, and some eyes. With your eyes, think about if you want to be able to attach your mask with some string around your head, You might want to put some eye holes in there so that you can see. Or if you want to attach some popsicle sticks and be able to hold up your mask, right? You also might want some eye holes. It's up to you. The tricky thing about eye holes, and Nathan ran into this morning, remember if you're gluing to hold it for 30, right? 1,000, 1,000, hold it for 30. That's what I'm doing here at the same time that I'm talking to you. The tricky thing about eye holes is we don't want to fold our paper because we want to keep our mask flat, right? So Nathan's eye hole came out a little bit funny shape this morning, and then this one accidentally got the whole thing cut off. I think his scissors got a little bit out of hand, right? Because it's hard. So the thing that I can suggest, I'm not going to draw eye hole or poke eye holes in my mask, so I'll just show you this way, is to kind of gently fold it and then snip your scissors in to make just a little slit. Do you see that? Like just a little slit. And then from there, you can stick your scissors through and start cutting around in the shape that you want. Might be easier to draw it first. See, once I got my scissors through the slit, I can cut in the middle of the paper without having to cut through the edge. Yeah, so here it is again. If you're going to cut eye holes, I'm gently folding, make a little slit so I can stick my scissors through. Yeah, and then I can cut around. Kind of made eyes out of my scrap paper. That would be a cool mask, wouldn't it? Let it pop out in the front a little bit. Love it. All right. My hair's not sticking. I have to think about how to help that out. I think it's too heavy. Yeah, I think I got too much paper up there. Oh, I got it. Yay! Okay. So you can either color directly on your mask, right? Or you can keep, like if I wanted to make my eyes, I like to use scraps. We talked about conservation a lot and recycling. I like to use my scraps. So like I could make eyes out of paper and glue them on and then decorate them. Or you can just draw directly on your oval, okay, your mask. I think I'm going to do a combination of both. I think I'm going to make some green eyes. And to get two eyes the same size, I'm going to cut them at the same time. I'm going to make really big oval eyes, like, whoa! Yeah, okay. Glue my pieces of paper on. We might not finish our mask together today. Did I tell you that already? If not, now you know. If I did, I'm sorry. My memory is not working very good this morning. So we might not finish our masks together because I'm going to save time to play our game. You can choose to skip the game and keep working on your mask, or you could choose to take a break and play the game and then keep working on your mask later today. All right. My hair is falling off again. My plan didn't work very good on that one, did it? Going back and finish my eyes a little bit. I'm going to put some really wide open eyelashes. Is my mask looking excited and silly already? I hope so. Okay, I think I'm going to do my nose next. I'm going to do a nose like this. With some little wrinkles in it. And how do I want to do my mouth? I'm going to do my mouth next. I think I'm going to do my another big oval. Kind of an oval. Kind of an oval, right? Like, yeah. I still got the little lip things at the top, right? Look at my mouth is open so big. It's going off the bottom of my mask. Ah! We'll leave that like that. Glue it on. Okay, you're all right. Oh. He sounds so mean, doesn't he? I'm sorry if that's scaring anybody. He's really not mean. All right, here's where I am. We're going to take about another 2 minutes. Wherever you are. My mask is actually looking kind of scary. I mean it to look silly, but I'm not sure it's working. Let's see, let's give her some rosy cheeks. Yeah, maybe some freckles. I love freckles. Little dots. So we'll work just another couple of minutes and then we're gonna put this aside. If you want to play a little game. All right, I don't know about this. Okay, here's where I am. Kind of scary looking. I don't know. I don't know which one's scarier, Nathan's or mine. So if you want to, it's not going to work with mine because I put this big thing of hair on the top. But if you want to, you can glue, oh, thank you, Katrina and Sophia. You're so sweet. You can glue your stick on the bottom, or you can do 2 sticks on either side here. Do you see that? Then you can hold the popsicle sticks to hold your mask up in front of your face. Again, mine is too heavy on the top. It won't work because this big heavy thing up here will just make my mask fall over if I try to do popsicle sticks. Now, a way to fix that would be to put a little strip of cardboard here and here, and then attach my popsicle sticks here and here. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it, because I think I'll just hold my mask up like this. Just use my hands, right? The other thing you can do is to attach string. So you'd want to put a string on each side, right? Then somebody could tie in the back for you. So the way to make a slit is the exact, for your string, is the exact same way that I showed you to make the slit to cut out circles for eyes, right? You're going to carefully fold your mask. Don't put it too close to the edge. Don't put your slit too close to the edge, because then it'll be too easy to rip. Put it inside a little bit. It'll still be fragile, but not too fragile. Yeah. So I didn't really bend it. It's still pretty flat, but I've got my slit here. You see my finger poking through? And then from there, you just attach some string. Got my string. So everybody has 3 ways that you could attach your mask or hold up your mask. Oh, and then if you want to put it on sunglasses, right? So remember I suggested cutting eye holes if you're going to put it on sunglasses or with the string. You want to make sure your eye holes on your mask line up with the sunglasses. Here's my sunglasses. I'll show you. So the eye holes that you cut would match up with your sunglasses, right? And then you would glue your mask to the frame part like this. Okay, remember, ask your family before you glue anything to sunglasses. And also ask a family member to help you, because you're probably going to need super glue or hot glue gun or something like that to make it stick. Oh, it looks like Isabel made a dog. I love it. Does your dog have a feeling, Isabel? My silly excited mask has silly excited feeling. All right. So just for now, no feeling, Isabel. That's okay. I love that you made a dog. Perfect. We're going to put our masks aside for now, right? You can keep working on them if you're not done. But I thought we'd play a little Simon Says. So if there's something that you would like Simon to suggest, you can type it into the chat. Like if you want Simon to say, quack like a duck, or if you want Simon to say, hop on one foot. I don't want to give too many away, because then I'll give away all my Simon options. But if there's something that you want me to do, go ahead and type it in the chat. So let's put our work aside. Put all your markers and crayons back in the thing. Make sure and click your tops, right? Click it. Make sure and click your glue stick tops, or twist your liquid glue all the way around. Yeah, gather up your scraps. I think I'm going to let this one go to recycling now. Is that Isaiah saying hi? All right, so clean up our space a little bit, set our things aside, and let's do a little Simon Says. All right, so find space, make sure that you have safe space all around you. I'm gonna stay sitting, no, I'll do it with you. Make sure you have space all around you so that you're not tripping over things or crashing into things, right? I shut my blinds so Clarky wouldn't bark, and it's a little bit dark now. Can you see me? I think so. All right, are you ready? Simon says, reach way up high. Simon says, bend way down low. Simon says, jiggle all the way up. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Stop. Uh-oh, did I get you? Simon says, stop. Simon says, stand on one foot. Whoa, that's tricky. Simon says, move your leg that's in the air back and forth. Are you moving it? Ah, that's tricky. Good job, everybody. Simon says, hop on one foot. Switch. Oh, no, Simon didn't say switch. Hop on one foot, Simon says. Simon says, stop. Hopping on one foot is hard for me. Simon says, do a frog leap. Like that, remember that? Frog leaps. Simon says, frog leap backwards. Whoa, that's tricky. Simon says, stop. Simon says, reach way up high again. Simon says, reach way out to the side. Watch your space. Make sure you're not going to crash into anything. Simon says, do 5 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simon says, stand on one foot again. The other foot. Oops, Simon didn't say. Simon now says, stand on the other foot. Good. Great job, everybody. Simon says, clap your hands. Simon says, clap your hands up high. Simon says, clap your hands down low. Stop. Simon says, stop. Good. Simon says, try a snap. Beautiful. Simon says, try to walk with your snap. Jump with your snap. Oops, Simon didn't say. Okay, now Simon says, jump with your snap. That's hard. It's hard to snap and it's hard to jump with your snap. Simon says, stop. All right, nice job, everybody. It looks like most of you have partners here, so you could play Simon Says together, right? Okay. Okay. All right, everybody, please send us pictures. We'd love to see them. Miss Natalie put the address in the chat, programs@ridgeville.com, right?
It sure did, and I'm going to put it one more time before we sign off. Programs@ridgeville.org. You can send me photos of everything that you do. We love, love, love to see it. I'll share it with Miss Laura, and if it's okay, I'll share it with the whole community on our Facebook page.
And if you want to do a video of you playing Simon Says, I'd like to see that too.
Yeah. We have camp this afternoon with Mr. Wes, and then we'll be back tomorrow morning with Miss Jacy, and we have a whole fun week of games. So thanks everybody for coming today. Thank you so much, Miss Laura. Your mask was beautiful. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Ridgeville hug to you.